Like and subscribe right now, and I will stop doing Karen memes. This is me wearing an N95, a surgical mask and a face shield. My O2 saturation is 100%. So let me make this abundantly clear. The only reason you can't breathe in a mask is because you're a little big. Today in New Zealand our kids can go back to school because we have a compassionate government and we listen to science. This the biggest flex of 2020 to be honest. Ellen DeGeneres reportedly once called Steve Jobs to complain about her iPhone. She just lives in an incredibly privileged bubble. Karen. People need to stop calling me a Karen, it's so offensive. Me, that's fine, we'll go back to what we used to call you. Karen. Thanks. Me, you're welcome. A Karen with common sense, thanks Karen. Karen is not a slur, it is a stereotype white women earned by raising monsters, voting for monsters and behaving like monsters. Our behavior is so atrocious to everyone except us that our own children are making memes and videos mocking us. Me speaks a foreign language to my friend in a coffee shop. Karen. This is America. Yesterday. Why should I study science, biology, physics? It is useless, I will never use it. I will never be a scientist. Today. Vaccines have mind control chips for the new world order. The earth is flat, I saw it on YouTube. A lady just sat down and the first thing out of her mouth was, "I'll get a water, no ice, because I doubt you're following COVID regulations with your ice." And it was in that moment that I realized Karens have been reloaded with a whole new set of ammunition. Remember, Karens can be men too. Karen's grandfather who wore a gas mask in his trench for 6 days straight, watching her ref used to wear a piece of cloth for 20 minutes. Me and this little old Mexican lady were talking in Spanish, and this old white bee in a wheelchair said, "We're in America, why don't you speak English?" And the little Mexican lady told her, "You have legs, why don't you walk?" I nearly died, I gave her free coffee. I prefer dangerous freedom over peaceful slavery. Passenger. Why should I have to wear a mask if yours works? Driver. Dame, good point, turns off headlights. Passenger. What are you doing, it's dark. Driver. Chill, the other cars have them on. I'd do anything for my country. We just need you to wear a mask. But I don't wanna. Karen telling minorities they should go back where they came from. Karen realizing she's being filmed. Karen on the news the next day talking about how sorry she is for her unfortunate outburst and how she was raised to respect all races. 1346. I will wear this badass bird mask all day and stuff it full of herbs so I don't smell the rotting corpses lining the streets. 2020. Tiny cloth face mask evil. Passengers cheer after woman gets kicked off flight for refusing to wear face mask. When the waiter forgets one sauce packet. When her kid wrecks the restaurant. To all shop owners, if a Karen says, "I don't have to wear a mask because this is America," then respond with, "And because this is America I don't have to serve you cause I can run my business any effing way I want." Use their own reason against them. Lol, today some Asian lady had the audacity to put on her face mask and go towards the other sidewalk to avoid me, a white woman who definitely does not have virus. Nice job, lady, you started this. Karen. I'm not racist. Also Karen. The N-word is used to marginalize and dehumanize an entire race. Karen is used to describe entitled morons who believe the entire world revolves around them. Example, Karen is the new N-word is literally the most Karen effing sentence in the universe. We did it, we teleported. But to where? Let me ask that lady over there. Hey, where are we, ma'am? Take off that mask and go back to your country. We are in America. I got rights. I wanna get my hair cut, why don't you go to China? Shortage my coffee. You get me, hack a ventilator, damn it, gasp, I'm an American. You probably just lost a lot of followers for this one. Stick to comedy. Hey F you Karen. Luke, help me take this mask off. But you'll die. I have rights. People who wear glasses watching Karens complain about the minor inconveniences of wearing a mask. No mask, no service. Grow up, Karen. People say Karens are entitled but we're not, insists Karen, who started a petition and went on the TV to complain about people using the name Karen facetiously in what is perhaps the most Karen thing any Karen has ever Karened. Before I cheated on him things were amazing. After I cheated it changed. How was I supposed to know there'd be consequences for my actions? Should anti-vaxx parents be charged with child ab? 99% yes. 0% no. White women have been calling black women Chinini, Laquisha, and Shanakan in a demeaning manner since the 80s. Latinas were called Consula, Guadalupe or Mariah, and Asian women were called Ling Ling. But they can't handle being called Karen for 11 months. Wearing a mask and telling others to do the same. Wearing a mask, not wearing a mask, and spreading propaganda about them being harmful. Woman refuses to wear mask because pants don't block fart smells. When my mom said that I couldn't go see my friends in March, when the US had 125,000 cases. But now that we have 4.5 million, she brings her friend to our house. Grandfather who served in a war and wore a mask the entire time. Grandmother who wore a mask while serving as a nurse in the war. Masks infringe my rights. Anti-mask protest. This guy out here on his own against it. LMFAO. Not the hero we deserved, but the hero we needed. Anti-masker. Last time I checked, I live in a free country. People who just want to go back to a normal life. Shut the F up. Please shut the F up. This is rust. It's caused by oxygen and called oxidation. We breathe oxygen every day. If it can do this to a chain, just imagine what it can do to your lungs. Write that down. Americans need to know date certain when this will end. The uncertainty for businesses, parents and kids is just not sustainable. Ingraham wants to talk to COVID-19's manager. The woman who threatened a black man's life for politely asking her to put a leash on her dog per the park's strict rules and violently choked her dog has been fired. The man is safe and her dog has been rescued. The climate during this pandemic is 100 degrees Fahrenheit. Putting on 10 masks and running 1 kilometer in 100 degree Fahrenheit heat after smoking to prove masks can't suffocate you. Karen. Listen here, you little Karen, you can't force me to wear a face mask. I have a medical problem. Worker, this is private property. Karen. What was your best "you're speaking to the manager right now" moment? Friend of mine. She was getting chewed out over something or other. Finally the woman loudly demanded to see the manager. So she shrugged and got the manager. Manager comes out all confused. Angry woman demands my friend get fired. Manager is very confused. But ma'am, I can't do that. She is the owner. Karen. I'm not going to wear a mask. I have rights. Employee. That's cool and all. But we have the right to refuse service to anyone. Karen. Visible confusion. This is sad representation of America. Karen and Karen. Stats Canada reports not one baby has been named Karen since November 13, 2019. Victory, we have victory. Dear anti-vaxxers, now is your chance to go to China and prove us all wrong. Virus enters the body. Vaccinated child's immune system. Hey, I've seen this one. Anti-vax child's immune system. What do you mean you've seen it? It's brand new. Me explaining to the Walmart employee I can't wear a mask because it's all a globalist conspiracy. Karen, your employee assaulted me. Manager, let's check the CCTV cameras. Karen. You're so cute it's scaring me. Huh? I tried to make a pun out of your name but I guess you didn't Karen out to notice. What? 3 stages of Karening. The call, the dare, the meltdown. Hello 911. Yes. They're being black in public. Go ahead. Post your video. No. I'm so misunderstood. I'm the least racist person I know. I worked with a black lady. We never spoke but she was there. I have a Prince CD. A white female upset a mother with her baby and stroller. Was speaking in Spanish and not maintaining proper social distancing. Removes her face mask, gets close to the baby's face, and coughs 2 to 3 times. Thank you Karen. I don't wear a mask for the same reason I don't wear an underwear. Things gotta breathe. Texas mayor broke her own stay-at-home order to go to nail salon. This is the supreme leader of all Karens. Know your rights. Accuse everyone. Request a manager. Escalate to authorities. Neglect reason. Karen. You're not wearing a mask or staying home. You must be an idiot. Well I think that depends on. No that wasn't a question. Me driving to Idaho to buy groceries due to the Washington mask mandate. Nobody's telling me what to do. I got rights. When you need to speak to the manager, no COVID barrier will stand in the way. Your employee attacked me. Let's check the security tape. Did y'all see that nasty halftime show? Karens will not wear masks and then die from COVID-19, proving it's not entirely bad. Do they live laugh love? No. Karen. What anti-maskers think they look like versus what they actually look like. If you are offended by the word Karen, you are a Karen. Karen after mentally abusing her children, getting a person fired and suing a guy for existing, all while going home from church. Why do I fix everything I touch? If you're one of those people refusing to wear a mask because you're concerned about enough oxygen getting to your brain, don't worry, that ship has sailed. If you're gonna do a gender reveal party, don't play coy with colored smock or whatever. When you blow up that cake, I expect to see a giant sign saying it's AP. Showers of these raining down like confetti. You invited us here to celebrate Janet's Karen. You wanted this. Hashtag don't call me Karen. My humble submission for Queen of the Karens. If the masks work, why the 6 feet? If the 6 feet works, why the masks? If both work, why the lockdown? If the airbags work, then why the seatbelt? If the seatbelt, then why the airbags? If both work, then why the brakes? Shops, no shoes, no shirt, no service. People, okay, no problem. Traffic laws, wear a seatbelt in your car or get a ticket. People, okay, no problem. OSHA, while working in certain places, you must wear safety goggles and safety gear. People, okay, no problem. Airlines, you must be seated and wear a seatbelt with your tray table up when taking off. People, okay, no problem. TSA, before getting on this plane, you need to remove your shoes, your belt, anything from your pockets, and go through this X-ray machine. People, okay, no problem. Grocery stores, please wear a mask while you are shopping to help reduce the risk of infecting others with a potential deadly virus. People, how dare you take away my personal liberties and rights? Karen, mentally absurd kid and screams at them. Kid, cuts of all contact after moving out. Karen, tastes like disrespect. I'm just saying, there aren't a lot of millennials named Karen. Twitter poll suggests the term Karen is the equivalent of the N-word. If you're comparing the badness of 2 words and you won't even say one of them, that's the worst word. Many top scientists are on the autism spectrum. So technically autism causes vaccines. Karens. When this is all over, we are going to remember you, Karen. People who think the N-word is racist. People who think Karen is racist. The Obama administration secretly installed cameras in all public places. They are tracking people with facial recognition software. Wear a mask that covers your mouth plus nose so the software can't identify you. Tell all the true patriots. It is time to go. Was I a good person? No, you were the worst. Bring me your manager. You wouldn't bake a cake because they were gay? It's my business, I have rights. But you got upset when they wouldn't serve you for not wearing a mask. They can't tell me what to do with my body, I have rights. You're a hypocrite and only want things enforced when it fits your agendas. As a Karen, can I officially set the record straight? Karen is not a slur. And if you don't agree, I need to speak to your manager. Karens, I'm never shopping here again, goodbye. The store with thousands of customers. Wow, congrats, I don't give a F. We don't want Mexicans. We don't want Muslims. We don't want gays, and we absolutely do not want black color people in America out. My Twitter account got suspended for 12 hours after giving my opinion. If this doesn't change, I will be contacting my lawyer. You will address me by my husband's rank. No, I don't think I will. Social distancing equals communism. Karen for Trump. Sweetie, in Europe Karens are called Americans. Karen, my little angel is doing just fine without those vaccines. Her little angel. If white characters were written the way white authors describe POC in novels, Karen wrapped her mayonnaise colored hands around the ceramic mug and lifted it to her non-existent lips. Her Tide Pod hued eyes narrowed when she realized she'd forgotten to ask for a manager. Nasty women welcome here except Karens. Husband being forced to speak to the manager. The manager. Karen. Introducing Karen. She has 3 kids, drives a minivan, tries to use expired coupons and asks for the manager if anyone tells her no, and is anti-vaxx. Okay, maybe it's Karen light. Elmer Fudd will not use a gun in new Looney Tunes cartoons. Karens and simps. Everybody else. For what reason does every apartment complex have a dog weight limit of 20 pounds? I can promise you my 90-pound golden retriever is a hell of a lot better behaved than Karen's 7-pound piece of devil-worshipping chihuahua. After you defeat all of the Karens, you gotta face Mega Karen. A divorced dad wants his kids to be vaccinated. Their mom doesn't. Now he's taking the fight to court. Karen has gone too effing far. This morning the young barista woman told me that a customer came in with a mask but not wearing it. When she asked the customer to put on her mask please, the woman said, "Why, there's no one in here." That customer not seeing the barista as a someone very much tracks with my anecdotal experience of non-mask wearers. Surgeons operating with a mask on for 20 hours. Karens shopping with a mask on for 20 minutes. Karen, I'll never come here again. The worker. Effin' finally. What can you see? I refuse to wear a mask. There are markings. It's some form of selfish. I will never buy anything from here again. Multi-billion-dollar company. I don't give a F. The reason Karen isn't a racial slur is because you have to be acting like a Karen and not just be standing there having skin. You can stop Karening. People can't stop having skin. The temperature in those stores is atrocious. There is no air circulation whatsoever. No way in hell can anybody be in there with a mask on. I'm an old lady with asthma and I can wear one in stores with no problem. Yeah, it gets a little hot sometimes, but I would rather be a little uncomfortable than end up with a tube shoved down my throat or make another sick. Funny how a short old woman can wear a mask and leave her home without a gun. But big strong men cry about having to wear one and need a gun to go to Subway. How Karens teach their kids. Attention. If you or a loved one has been refused entry to a private business for not wearing a mask and you would like to explore legal options to protect your constitutional rights, our law firm is happy to explain just how freaking yes you are. Gen Z is calling Gen X the Karen generation. BuzzFeed News. Me. Dying at 5 years old and blaming my mom for it. My mom, proud that I'm not autistic because she wouldn't vaccinate me. Free speech exists. China, I'm gonna need to speak with the manager. Did you know? A woman donated her kidney to save the life of her boss, who then fired her when she took too long to recover. The I ain't wearing no mask in your business starter pack. Medical experts who have 11 years of experience on their field. Karen with 5 minutes of Google research. Melina, white moms be like. I'm bilingual, I speak English, and to the manager. Seriously, if I can wear this for 10 hours non-stop, in Pittsburgh, in 100+ July heat, with 1,000,000% humidity, all you Karens can wear a D-mask for an hour in an air-conditioned store. I need to wear my suits at Walmart next time, carrying a sign saying that. When you work at a fast food restaurant and you see overweight Karens walking towards you angrily. Uh-oh, big boomers. Recognized experts over time. Leading scientist, 1980s. PhD student, 1990s. Media expert, 2000s. Karen on Facebook, 2010s. If vaccines were healthy, you could put it on a spoon and eat it. Try it, you'll die. If broccoli was healthy, you could put it in a syringe and inject it into your bloodstream. Try it, you'll die. Karen. Just to clarify, Karen is not a racial slur for white women. It's a polite way of saying stop acting like an entitled bee. Other Karens. Karen. I don't mean to alarm anyone, but they've started farming Karens. Karen Farmer. Talk. Have you ever been to a restaurant that does not give you the change when you pay with cash? My bill was $47.20. I gave the waitress $100 and she only gave me back $53. I called over the manager, which was our waitress. She said we don't usually carry change. I told her to give my $100 back and I'll pay with a credit card. 80 cents would not kill me, but it's the principle. If they do this to everyone that pays cash over a year, that could be a lot of money in their pocket. I'll redo your math. Emily Swan. Yes, the K word is stronger than the N word, at least currently. Misogyny and patriarchy has been around longer than slavery. Just don't use either, okay? Godzilla had a stroke trying to read this and freaking died. The ultimate Karen personality. Vaccines are Satan's pee. I'm livid at how everything shut down. Because of this Cupid, why can't everyone use essential oils to remove this virus? I hate wearing masks that are a part of the libs' plan to eliminate free speech. It's not out of the question you might have a very minor case of serious brain damage. This is how it feels to be a white feminist woman. Cherry Jewel God. I actually love this metaphor because it's a fake target and you've put it there yourself. When you go to a Mexican restaurant with your ex-Cody and you 4 kids Aiden, Braden, Raiden and Anti-vaxx, and hear the staff speak Spanish, so you tell them that this is America and we speak American here, and then you refuse to leave a tip and give them a 1-star rating on Yelp. #momaba, #blessed, #achaste. Cassidy Hoofmore. It's abuse to force your pets to pose for a photo. Also, your hair is such a flop. Della Lacrap. Wait, what? Please elaborate lol. Cassidy Hoofmore. You obviously are forcing this cat into the picture when she wants to run away. I'm going to report this to the authorities. Have fun in juvenile detention, sweetie. Karen. It's a free country. I don't have to wear a mask. Cashier. It's a free country. I don't have to serve you. You spent our entire life savings on dogs. Me. They're golden retrievers. Karen. They retrieve gold. I did it for us. I don't understand how this virus got so bad when there are so many middle-aged women with healing crystals. Know your freaking place, Karen. What scares me is that if this were a real pandemic, hospitals would never be prepared. Pretty sure it's a real pandemic, and they are not prepared. You have 3 wishes. I want Karens to stop asking for the manager. Yeah bro, what is up with that? You still have 3 wishes, man. Employee messes up order. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Karen. No. r/us credit. What's the most satisfying act of I don't give a freak that you have ever witnessed? Some Karen was beefing about a 25 cents off coupon. The coupon was for a 42 ounce bottle of something, but she wanted a 28 ounce bottle. The coupon was rejected when scanned because there was no product to match it. There was nothing the cashier could do, but Karen just kept demanding 25 cents off. Finally, the guy ahead of me in line marched up to the counter, slapped a quarter down, and said, "There's your freaking 25 cents off. Now pay your freaking bill so the rest of us can go on with our days." Cashiers at McDonald's, when they see an angry Karen approaching them with 3 kids and a kid, start panicking. I don't have a plan, a kid. An ancient Karen appears. When a group of Karens walk into your restaurant. This is your son's grade. Yep. And he is depressed. Ahoo. Before he was depressed, he got As. I hear you. So depression caused the grades to drop. Video games. Me and this little old Mexican lady were talking in Spanish, and this old white bee in a wheelchair said, "We're in America, why don't you speak English?" And the little Mexican lady told her, "You have legs, why don't you walk?" I nearly died. I gave her free coffee. Man, woman, white, black, poor, rich, Asian, Karen. The sun gives off more radiation than 5G towers. Karens. If those kids could read, they'd be very upset. Ultra Karen. Summoner of district managers. Pack of dogs terrorizing Grady Co family. Mark Sumner. I've just been informed that some people find the term anti-vaxxer to be offensive. From now on I will use the more technically accurate term of child M frequent. Aussie company creates virus that can kill every type of cancer. Every Karen. Karen. My kid's not vaccinated and he turned out fine. Her kid. Christina Layla. I refuse to wear a face mask. So far only 2 men have had the nerve to tell me to cover my face, to which I very loudly and sternly replied, "No." And just like that, both men backed off like cowards. I'm an American woman with rights, not a slave living under Sharia law. Rachel McCartney. If you think the country should reopen because you need a haircut, you have to get this one. Vaxxx community looking for recommendations. My 3-year-old is not vaccinated, and there is currently a measles outbreak in my state. Any suggestions for precautions I can take to protect her would be very much appreciated. Travis Cagg. Frank's hot sauce. I put that S on everything. Oh my god. The woman in the seat next to me is talking non-stop about her oil saving her from coronavirus. She then proceeded to douse herself in oregano oil. She smells like spaghetti. Currently regretting those last few tequila shots last night. Does it hurt? Yes. Go vaccinate, you kid, or I'll punch you again. Mods are asleep. Here is a Karen we can all love. Karens after getting a minimum wage worker fired for getting the order slightly wrong. I did it. I saved the world. When her anti-vax mom installs antivirus on her tablet, but not on you. You see a Karen yelling at the manager. You realize it's your mother. Typical Karen. I'm once again asking to see the manager. Karen from work. How do you know someone's a vegan? Me. I'm just trying to eat. D Karen. They'll tell you hahaha. Me. Our planet is dying. Have you all noticed how quiet anti-vaxxers have been lately? Apparently burying your children is pretty time consuming. I offered a clerk a squeeze of my hand sanitizer and she declined, stating that I do this 100 times a day and my hands can't take it. I said thank you for helping spread this virus in our community. Holy Karen. Mom. Who is Karen? Did you ask to speak to manager about that? I called. Can I speak to a manager haircut? Wow, I really can't believe how people can be so judgmental over a flipping haircut. Yes, my hair has been different lengths of this style for years. I've gotten nothing but compliments on my hair. But then again, everyone's entitled to their own opinions. But you don't have to be such J about it. Would you like to speak to the page administrator about this? We say Karen to be nice. What we mean is C. Imagine being in such a rush to open up the country just to get one of these haircuts. Pasha. A group of Karens is called a caravan. Kyle. Dodge caravan. Karen. My son is very healthy. He just turned 18 and doesn't have autism. The dad that's been secretly vaccinating him. How Karens feel when they wear a mask. How I feel when I wear a mask. Karen enters the store. Cashiers. I will initiate self-destruct. According to our reporters in the field, protests have, for the most part, remained peaceful day. Karen. I would like them removed anyways. Karen at her kid's sports game yelling at the kids, their parents, the coach, the referee, and the vendors. Rachel friggin' French. Karen is not a name. It's a rancune. That's why you've never seen a baby named Karen. Petition for Apple to create the almighty Karen emoji. The children at my son's elementary school have started referring to me as a Karen and mocking my chic hairstyle. Is there anything I can do in the way of legal action to prevent this? I'm deeply offended. Hannah. Welp. Posting a question about suing 8-year-olds is probably the wrong way to beat the stereotype. Although the coupons in her purse had expired, Karen vowed to herself, this is not over. Nishwiseth. 9-year-old begins to have a meltdown waiting in line for ice cream. Woman in front of us turns around. Looks like someone doesn't deserve ice cream. 6-year-old daughter interjects. Excuse me, he's autistic and having a hard time. You should be kind. Woman. Me. Melissa. I have 3 kids and people love to say to me, you have your hands full, I don't know how you do it. And I'm like, well, I don't know either. Karen. But I know that if I don't, my kids will freaking die, so I don't really have a choice. Karen Dean Westbrook. Can Mojang shut down Minecraft? Please? It's more painful ever I seen when someone kills poor animals in Minecraft and it's so unfair. Also, it's a bad influence on kids 4K the animals, so please shut down it. You're not just wrong. You're S. McDonald's employee makes small mistake. Karen. Your free trial of living has ended. Brooklyn, New York. I found a special hair salon for Karens. Titania McGrath. It is never okay for men to give CPR to an unconscious woman. Resuscitation is just a fancy word for rape. Karen. I'm never giving my kids vaccines. Essential oils are all they need. Measles. UDB. Congratulations. You just lost yourself a customer. I'm never coming back here again. Me. Bye. Share a Coke with Karen. Literally everyone in this subreddit. We don't do that here. The mayor of a southern Texas city apologized for violating her own stay-at-home order after a photo surfaced on social media of her at nail salon. Becky, you are an entitled Karen. Karen, my mother sued our local China restaurant because they forgot to put her extra chili powder in her food. Although my mother explicitly said she wants chili powder in her food, it didn't even get closed. Is everyone in your family named Karen? Lego Karen. Friend. Why are you laughing? Me. Nothing. My brain. Pirates of Caribbean. Emo girls were just gothic Karens. Can I speak to your manager? Please? I'm the manager. News. An 8-year-old child has died in a car crash. Karen. Vaccines. Can I talk to your manager? Strength formula. Johnson's. Bee spray. Ross Tucker. However, even without that recent evidence, the biological principles for separation into men's and women's categories in sport are so strong that to overturn it requires exceptional evidence. Kazself. Are you a biologist? Are you a scientist? Have you got a PhD? Published a paper in a peer-reviewed journal? If not, then STFU. Ross Tucker. Yes, 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 and yes. r/insane people Facebook. And so it begins. I believe I have crown virus, but don't want treatment for fear of quarantine. How should I go about self-treatment and not infecting others? Best comments. Art Slappy Scarroll. Essential oils. By the gallon. Taken a random talking mug. Via fire hose. Victory. Karen has successfully eliminated all life on Earth. Disease graph. World graph. Cure graph. Next. Crapperoni and Ches. She seems like a Karen that abandoned her tribe and dedicated her life to solving crime instead of screaming at members of the working class. You arrive at the restaurant and there are no booths available. Whose fault is this? A. The restaurant. They need more booths. B. The server who greeted you. C. You shoulder reserved. D. The other diners. Karens when their kids bully other kids. I sleep. Karens when a person tells them to stop. Less. I wish to not suffocate while wearing a mask. Poof. It is done. Nothing's changed. Correct. During a pursuit last night, one of the occupants of the vehicle rang his mummy, who then rang 999 asking for the police cars and helicopter to stop following her son. We didn't stop. Shoulder taped. Lions don't concern themselves with the opinions of sheep. Karen whispers to herself as she sells her leggings on Facebook. Stylist. This salon is for adults only. Kid, let me speak with the manager. Stylist. Say no more. Karen. Fed. Male. Who. Man. Whoa. Man. Son. Break the sexist stigma. Change these words. Stop sexism. Is this a dumb freak? Karen. The term Karen is as offensive as the N-word. Me. What's the N-word? I can't say that out loud. Me. But you can say Karen out loud. Can't you? Well, yeah. Me. So it's not as offensive as the N-word, is it? Karen. Orders Coke. Karen. You brought me regular Coke instead of Diet Coke. Waiter. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Karen. I was poisoned. Story time. City of Tuscaloosa. We have heard your complaints about the mandated face mask requirements in businesses around the city. We wouldn't want you to think we aren't listening. So we would like to formally make an official statement regarding the city's stance on issues. We literally do not care what you think. Thanks, Karen. Pretty tacky. City of Tuscaloosa. I'll remember that when I choose where to spend my money. City of Tuscaloosa. You won't be spending your money here anyways if you don't wear a mask. Karen. Karens after wearing a mask for 5 minutes. Half of my respiratory organs were destroyed. Scrottina's Karen. Someone who is too weak-lunged to be able to breathe properly through a fabric mask, while simultaneously being so healthy they can scream at full volume if retail workers challenge them. Jerry, shout out all my retail homies today. Don't let a Karen ruin your day. Karen, I didn't vaccinate my kid and he's fine. Measles and polio. Hey. Maximum, my name is Maximum. I was working in a movie theater in France. A customer started an argument with my manager, who was a highly functional alcoholic and did not give a freak about pleasing Karens. She stupidly went, "The customer is king." To which he replied, "We're in France. We decapitate kings." Sap Galley, hi, Doc here. If you think wearing a piece of cloth makes it hard to breathe, then trust me, you do not want COVID-19. That sign can't stop me because I can't read. Please allow children to believe in Santa. You believe in essential oils and no one is ruining that for you. This is Wicked Post. Santa is a lie and a perpetual of the prosperity heresy. Essential oils are neither of those things. I'm a Christian, so they may try to drive me to my knees, but that's where I'm the strongest. Me, with common sense. Karen, you shouldn't wear mask. It's proven by multiple studies they don't work. Multiple studies? Yes. Can I see them? No. Someone that doesn't upvote. Grandma Nazi. Internet troll. Karen. Choose your fighter. Susan. Is gossipy and addicted to wine. Karen. Summons the manager. Brenda. Watches Grey's Anatomy and believes she's a medical expert. The fact that some people go to a restaurant and treat staff like she's freaking ridiculous. You chose to go out to eat. If you feel the need to be rude while you're waiting for your food, stay the freak home and yell at your microwave. Jim Carrey. Karen. Unwilling child. Essential oils and healing crystals. The ugliest pixie cut. A coupon tat 6 years expired. Let me talk to the manager. Very dark concealer. Louis Vuitton purse with a tiny malnourished Pomeranian. How dare you? Did you know that if a restaurant messes up your order, you can simply say, "Oh, actually, I had blank." Instead of screaming at the 16-year-old employee, they will still fix for you? Karens. Sorry, I don't speak wrong. Anti-vaxx mom. Abortion is evil. Also anti-vaxx mom. Refuses to vaccinate children, causing them to die at age 4. Me. That's just a with extra steps. Give a man a fish and he'll eat for a day. Give a Karen a fish and she'll say it's too small, not what she ordered, then demand to see your manager and have you fired. Kim went full-blown Karen. Biggest talk to your manager move in history. Kim Kardashian West. Hey, Jack in the Box, I have serious complaint, but I won't fully put you on blast. Check your corporate email inbox or send me a direct message with direct person for my team to contact. Pronto. The New York Times. Amy Cooper, a white woman who called the police on a black man, Christian Cooper, for asking her to leash her dog in Central Park, has been fired by her employer. NewYorkTimes.com. Woman is fired after calling police on black man in Central Park. Good news. Everybody's going to heaven. All except you. Freak you, Karen. Crystal Pool. Karen refuses to make her children wear masks to avoid them looking like a Muslim. Best comments. We Muslims wear masks to avoid being mistaken for Karens. Walmart will start requiring all costumers to wear masks. This sub. I'll bet my entire life savings that she's standing there because she's waiting to talk to the manager. Measles finding Karen's unvaccinated children. Nice place, nigga. I need to speak to manager of Iran. World War III. Return of Karen. When the ride isn't even over yet and you already want to speak to the manager. Karen. Live, laugh, love. Her unvaccinated kid. Laugh, love. The doctor who told her countless times to vaccinate the kid. Laugh. Well, son, When you were a baby, the internet and your mom's yoga teacher told us that vaccines were bad. Anyway, sorry your legs don't work. Karen. I'm never gonna shop here again. Multi-billion-dollar company. Nobody. Karen during lockdown. If I can't kiss my kids on the mouth, I'm going to hurt an animal. Jess McLaren. I love Scorsese, but I can't stand how his characters just throw around racial slurs. That was all our money, Karen. Rennie. I haven't had regular folks say anything about my being maskless. Only an occasional employee who is reminding me when they say, are you aware that masks are required? I just say that's nice and continue to stare at them smiling. They honestly just don't know what to say. Thanks for spreading the deadly virus, Ren. Don't complain when you're on TT from it, thanks. Karen search history leaked. 8:32 PM. Google. Do vaccines cause autism? 8:43 PM. Google. Where to buy essential oils. Parents. Doesn't vaccinate their kid. Kid isn't autistic. Coincidence? I think not. Kid dies. Unusual. I changed my Wi-Fi ID to 5G Tower 1000% power and all the Karens in my town are trying to find it. The coronavirus is responsible for 3 managers being fired this month alone. Yasha. What do people named Karen think of the Karen meme? I can't imagine they enjoy it. Karen. I do not enjoy it. Buck. Do you wanna speak to the manager? Don't bother calling for takeout. They put you on hold and never come back. Sorry for your inconvenience. The server taking your order had a seizure while doing so and couldn't complete the process when you showed up to retrieve your order and it was not ready. Even though there was an ambulance in front of the restaurant and we were tending to the medical emergency at hand, we offered to complete your order at that time. I'm sorry that you declined and chose to complain in a public forum. Me. Karen. If you are vaccinated and your children aren't, doesn't that mean you yourself are more likely to make your child sick? Karens. Jack Murphy. My neighbor just called the cops on my family for, wait for it, weightlifting. We were cleaning and pressing on our own front walk that leads to the front steps, not the public sidewalk, and she called the cops. Quarantine making people nuts. Just leave it on your bedroom wall, Karen, you freaking mad. See, live, laugh, love. I just moved to Miami and have to get a Cupid test. Quarantine for 2 weeks before school, which is fine. I was asking where the best places to get tested were, and one of them seriously said, oh, you can pay for a fake negative test and you wouldn't have to quarantine. Tons of people do it. Karen. Why is there a coyote on the bus? Coyote on the bus? Because I can't freaking drive, Karen. What Karen thinks video game developers are like. Hi, kids, do you like violence? Tweet. Great as ice cream. Giving you what you need today. Patricia. Reply to ad greeters. Hello. It's # Wednesday. Thousands of Cincinnati Catholic fast and certainly don't eat ice cream or appreciate your ice cream ad on this particular day. Didn't realize. Ad greeters is anti-Catholic. Bye, I'll remember that next time I'm buying ice cream. Karen. Lower your voice. I'm doing everything I can. When Karen hands out bookmarks during trick or treat. Rattled. Read, Karen, read. Basic biology and immunology. Screaming. No, oh, 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 oh. Karen when she finds 2 black kids walking in a park at 9 PM. The cops are going to love this. Anti-vaxx. Karens when their kid gets measles. I was not expecting that, but I was expecting not to expect something so it doesn't count. The Rams' new logo and mascot. Imagine being this freaking S. Dog drilled to see owners at shelter, but they're there to adopt different dog. Brando. I've seen some disrespect for less in this app, but this is top 1. Baba. What you want? Justin. Can I get that? Can I speak to the manager? Haircut. Baba. Say no more. Sharon. I will not shop at Costco until you remove your mandatory mask rule. Costco Wholesale. Thanks you for taking such a brave stand, Sharon. We look forward to the documentary they will make about you someday. Jack. Wow. Not a very professional response, Costco. Looks like I will be getting a membership refund myself. It should be a choice. Costco Wholesale. We've chosen not to refund you. Let me speak with your task manager. Karen. Let me speak to your manager. Her kid who's been through this 36 times and is mentally prepared for the 37th. Patient. If you don't give me what I want, I'm leaving. Me. Okay. Sign here. Patient. Karen. Exists. The internet. Hey. Freak you. Karens when their child destroys the whole restaurant. Karens when the waiter accidentally gets the order wrong. Karen the farts. Vaccines cause autism, so I'll use my power crystal to heal my son. Oh, magical power crystal. And he's D. Tweet. Stop calling me emo. I have white friends, so I can say Karen. Do babies named Karen even exist, or do they suddenly appear at age 40 and want to speak to the manager? Super upset. My brother just called me and told me that my son can't come to his wedding because he isn't vaccinated. I heard his dear girlfriend says her mom has cancer and she doesn't want her to get sick. Literally can't believe that he would say such a thing to me. Looks like they aren't having a flower girl or in bear. Cam Newton. Looks like he doesn't care about your company policy and wants to speak to your manager. Karen. My rights are being violated. You will all lose your jobs and be arrested. The employees. Oh no. Anyway. CBC. In 1 year, Karen Jenner has picked up 2 tons of plastic ocean trash from the Bay of Fundy. Karen. Well, maybe I don't want to be the bad guy anymore. When you walk into someone's room and see a live, laugh, love sign above their bed. New employee makes minor mistake that is expected. Middle-aged mom. I'm about to end this man's whole career. When an obvious Karen walks into your store, so you get the manager before she asks. I'm 4 parallel universes ahead of you. Share a Coke with Karen. Can I speak to your manager? Dance like no one is watching. Sing like no one is listening. And live each day like it's your last. Well, that just sounds like live, laugh, love with extra steps. Police on your side. Let's check the cameras. When you suspect your wife is going to divorce you, so you change your name to Karen and take the kids' first. Modern problems require modern solutions. John O'Driscoll. Karens talking to each other in the grocery store after quarantine ends. I totally know what it's like to be a Jew in the Holocaust now. Karens when they see a funny Facebook post while in public. She is showing everyone can wear a mask. God D. When the hell will you let the freak up? Din dun. What are you saying? I'm saying that nobody cares about whatever some girl with one ear has to say about wearing masks. All this. You must wear a mask or you are an evil person and your family will die because of you. Spurs me further towards deliberately not wearing a mask. Din dun. You're sounding like a Karen. Me. No. I won't give you my phone, Karen. It's mine. Karen. I serve the Soviet Union. Unvaccinated children are now barred from going to school in New York. And their anti-vax parents are really mad. Reddit like that. Why in the hell was the mall still opened? Because in time like these, Karens need to speak to the manager more than ever. What are my rights against wearing a mask? Do you have a constitutional right now to wear a mask? The answer is no. Under the US Constitution's 10th Amendment and US Supreme Court decisions over nearly 200 years, state governments have the primary authority to control the spread of dangerous diseases within their jurisdictions. That's not true. That's impossible. CNN International. A 4-year-old girl in Iowa nearly died and is now blind because of the flu. And her parents have a message. Get your child vaccinated. CNN.com. Flu leave a 4-year-old girl blind. Anti-vax Karen. No. The literally too angry to D squad. Mom. Do not touch my scissors. 6-year-old me. Later that day. This chick looks like she wants to talk to the manager. Found the old picture in a museum. Let me speak to the managers. I haven't had my coffee yet. Don't make me KU. Karen. You getting angry before you coffee fix in the morning isn't being quirky. It means you have a crippling addiction. Please seek help. So glad I grew up with this, not this. David Poller Photography. Replying to @JSV4 and @MeCos in a Tex-Mex. The Faces of National Tragedy. My Grandmother 1936. By Dorothea Lange. FSA. And But I Had to Wait for My Shredded Cheese. 2020. Jules. Freak your 12 years of med school. I birthed this child and haven't left their side since. In their primary source of nutrition. I watch them breathe at night and can tell by a cry what they need. So yes, I do know my baby better than you, doc. Get the freak out here. Danielle Clark. Replying to @lovely Jules. I'm the only person who has driven my car for the past 12 years. But I still call a mechanic if it breaks down. Employees when they see a Karen. Current objective, survive. When you see a little girl running a lemonade stand and you're scared that she will depreciate your neighborhood's property value by $5. Live, laugh, love. Karens. I fear no man. Karens. But that thing. Vaccines. Karens. It scared me. When she doesn't have anybody to argue with. Karen be like. Freak you random employee. Jess McLaren. What piece of pop culture has ruined your first name? Karma's fed up B. Replying to @McJess. My name is Karen. Do you really have to ask? Nice hand. Replying to @Karen Little 711 and @McJess. To see the manager. Dear parents. You don't have to vaccinate all your children. Vaccinate only the ones you want to keep. Karen. 48. Divorced. 3 kids. Anti-vaxxer. Flat earther. Alcoholic. Ex-stripper. Cat lady. Soccer mom. S. Depression. XP star. Gun owner. When nice women are named Karen, you are Karen. But this does not mean you are Karen. Karens when their kids destroy the restaurant. Karens when someone else destroys the restaurant. Karens when an employee messes up an order. I want a refund. Karen. Don't break the law and you won't get beaten. Also Karen. Shopper accused of spitting on police after refusing to wear mask. Cops looking at CCTV camera. Karens telling a fake story. If your ancestors wore masks, so can you. When you're on Facebook and you see a Karen whining about vaccines pretending she's a doctor, but you know she's really a professional retard. It has begun. Yes, she is at the return counter trying to do exactly what it looked like. Karen and her entourage walking into a restaurant after Sunday church to freak up a cashier's life. Jessica Michelle wasn't even scared until all the grocery stores started clearing out. I'm not afraid of Cupid-19, but what is scary is the lack of common sense people have. I'm scared for people who actually need to go to the store and feed their fams, but Susan and Karen stocked up for 30 years. How does Karen screw in light bulb? How? She holds it in the socket and expects the world to revolve around her. 10 minutes till closing on Thanksgiving Day. Karen, why are you out of turkeys? I'm not impressed. Where's the manager? Disabled parking only. Sorry ma'am. That's for disabled people only. I'm vegan and I forced my dog to be vegan. Carry on then. Vaccines literally injects you with a disease, illness you could possibly have no association with just to fight it off. My kids will pass. Oh, they'll pass alright. When you wanna speak to the manager of the meth lab.